Hello, world! There's one particular track I use in every single Ableton Live project. It's called Resample, and it allows you to instantly sample whatever is playing out of Ableton's master channel. The setup is simple. Just take an audio track and set its input type to resampling. Now you can instantly sample whatever Ableton is playing with the click of a button. And saving this track in your default live set means it's always there at your fingertips whenever you need it. Keeping the resampling track at the bottom of your session means it's easy to locate anytime you need it, and allows you to put the sample onto its own track by simply dragging it down onto the space below. This way, you'll always have the resampling track available, set up, and ready to go at the bottom of the project every time you need it. So let me show you 5 quick and simple examples which I regularly use the resample track for, to illustrate just how powerful having this is. 1. Tailor-made risers. A great way to make a unique riser that's tailor-made to your song and fits perfectly is to use a sample of your song to make it. Solo a selection of instruments and hit record to sample them. If you have a long sustained section, you can directly use that. Otherwise, you can warp and stretch out the sample, or use reverb to extend it. Then, simply automate the pitch, and voila. 2. Pitch drop ear candy. Sprinkling bits of ear candy throughout your track is one of the many ways to keep listeners excited, and resampling is a great way of making ear candy. Let's work in a pitch drop effect as an example. I'll use the pitch drop Max for Live device on the master. I'll trigger it here, tweak the settings, and take a sample of what that sounds like. Now I'm free to remove the pitch drop device from the master and manipulate the sound as I like it to fit the track. 3. A classic, the reverse reverb trick. A great way of introducing new sounds into your tracks is to use the reverse reverb trick. I'm in too much. With a resampling track ready to go in your project, it's as easy as placing down a reverb device onto the sound you're introducing, isolating the first phrase or vowel, and hitting record. You can then copy the resampled audio and just hit undo a few times to restore the track, before pasting the resampled audio onto a new track. Reverse it, trim it, and there you have it. I'm in too much. 4. Faded drop builds. Sometimes, going from a verse or build straight into a chorus or drop can sound a little disjointed. This can happen if the two parts are too contrasting. One technique you can use in this situation is to give a hint of the drop or chorus before it hits. Using the resample track, take a sample of all or part of the drop. add the sample into the section before, and use effects or automation to give the listener a small taste of what's to come. And finally, 5. Wind up drums. A cool way of adding interest and variation to drums is to add a reverse drum sound before a hit, a common staple amongst producers such as Illenium. If your drums are programmed in MIDI, and you want to use one of those samples to reverse into itself, you could go on a hunt to locate the original audio file. Or, if you already have a resampling track, just use that to sample the drum you're after. Move it to a new lane, reverse it, and hey presto. For some genres, like electro and dubstep, resampling is almost essential. But for other styles, it's a superb way of adding ear candy into tracks to keep the listener engaged. By always having a resampling track ready to go in your session, it greatly lowers that barrier to ear candy, without all the hassle and setup that often comes with it. And finally, if you want to stay ahead of the curve with production tips and workflows just like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button below. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. Click.